all day, but we have to stick to the schedule. Welcome, Miss Kelly. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with doing showing my presentation. So let me do. So I want to welcome everyone, including I'm so glad that most of the U.S. states are represented. I love that Merle is here from Jersey City. Charlene from California. I really want to special mention all these wonderful women who we have bonded over the last couple of weeks, and we know that we're carrying the torch along with most of the people that are here. I want to acknowledge. I want to acknowledge my partners here in Cincinnati, Ohio, and you know who they are. Thank you, Ms. Julie, for keeping up with supporting us from UAE. And I want to thank Ruth from Missouri, and of course, Janelyn, our newbie US partner. So I want to unmute and just give her a round of applause because she is joining us and she's going strong. And the greatest thing is that she's from New York. So, you know, we want to target larger states, not only because they're Filipino, there's a lot of Filipinos in there, but the fact that there are a lot of people there, you know, the larger states. So, and Marcia is just coming in. So let me get started quickly, and feel free to type in the chat. Our team here, the US team, including Ms. Kelly, is going to monitor the conversation, and we're going to try to respond to your questions or find the answers for you if we need to. We are Uno Premier here in the Midwest, and we do this as an in-kind contribution to give back to the Unoverse. We are not paid. Our time is volunteer because we're so passionate about Uno and making Uno as a household name. We decided going into our second year that we're gonna do this, whatever it takes to get the word out there. So if you feel confident that we are offering the service to be able to build your network, please do not hesitate to, number one, give us feedback if there's something else that we need to improve. And number two, bring in your invites. If you want to have a personal one-on-one presentation with your invites, because we are just starting, we're slowly, especially spring has sprung, and there's a lot of activities. People are unmasking. If you can organize a Zoom event, we can deliver a US presentation for you if you need it. And when you are comfortable to deliver it yourself, by all means, you can do that too. And then we'll have an open relationship that, you know, if people are allowing other folks to meet so we can bundle resources, why not? So we just have to be strategic and intentional in all of our activities so we can go ahead and, you know, and expand, because our objective is to build a larger consumer base here in the United States and outside globally. Okay, so let me get started here. So if you just tuned in, please make sure that you turn on your video and turn off your microphone. Please type where you are so we know geographically where you're located, so we know we can reach out to you if we need to. If you're a new invite, please type your name. Please go ahead and make sure that you put your name and where you are, not your group name, not your team name. No avatars. Some of us, I understand, are at work, so you cannot turn on your video and your microphone. But for those who are able to, please go ahead and do that. Hold your questions at the end or type it in the chat, and we'll take it from there. This global preview is conducted every Wednesday. These are the times that we do it, and we have guests that's being coordinated by the UNO office. So we have no control who we bring in to this. We can only suggest, and really, when you think about it, there's a structure in place. We can suggest who the speakers are, and but UNO has their own criteria of who they are gonna allow to to share. Today we have a special guest who happens to be a top ranking, and Miss Kelly's gonna introduce him when the time comes. So just know that this is being offered every Wednesday, and we have different guests, and every guest brings value to the table. Not only will they tell you information about the products and their personal testimony, but also how they succeeded in their business wherever they are. We already agreed as a team, at least on conversations, that we don't have a US millionaire yet, or I think we have, Miss Julie, we have UAE millionaires, but they went home to the Philippines. You're going to be next.
Claim it, ma'am. We'll be next, all of us here in this.
Correct. So we are just happy to have anybody. So I have an ask. If you guys know of anybody that is high up there, whether you're a grand leader or somebody that you know personally, that could bring value to the sharing here, and who's not afraid to speak in English, who's not afraid of nosebleed, please invite them. Okay. And of course, Miss Julie on Thursdays with a group of folks. But incidentally, Roland Manatat is our guest today. That happens every Thursday, and UAE is hosting that, and also leaders in the Philippines. If you happen to have Filipino prospect and you feel that they're more comfortable hearing how this is presented, in Tagalog, you have another option to invite them for business preview on Thursdays. Miss Kelly, I'm gonna ask you please to go ahead and facilitate this portion.
Yes, hello everyone, and we are now on the part where we share news that you can use. Uno reporting from the field, news that you can share about your country or your location right now. So I'm gonna be sharing about the Philippines. This month we started with alert level 1, so allowed travels are already taken without regard to age or status or comorbidities. So a lot of people are going out right now, going to malls, but still cautious from the virus. And there is also an impact on the war between Ukraine and Russia with regards to the Philippine prices, especially the gasoline. So, and also some businesses here in the Philippines are being affected with that. So we are praying that Russia will, withdraw what is happening in Ukraine. And also with regards to Philippine Uno Premier, we have several promos for this month. And we also have an upcoming big event this March 11. So please save the date, our first Uno Premier night. And we have our top earners who will be our first guests, Sir Wilson Tolentino and Sir Jeffrey Elago from Samar. So really excited for that as well, because I'll be one of the hosts together with Michael Amon. So that's the news for the Philippines. Let me ask some people here to share news from your country. Let me call on the beautiful, as always, Ma'am Julie for UAE.
Automatic, Ma'am Kelly.
Automatic.
Automated. Okay. Okay. Good morning. Good evening, everyone. Okay, this is Julie from UAE reporting again. As I reported last week, that UAE is very strict with regards of COVID-19, but now Dubai already lose some private schools. They don't require already masks, but we need to wear masks. It's up to us to protect ourselves. But now they don't request masks anymore. Okay, of course, Expo 2020, Ma'am Bronwyn and the group was not able to visit. What happened? Let's wait for 2022,
Yes,
right?
definitely.
So we'll wait for you here, guys, be my guest here in UAE. I'm expecting everyone here in the Zoom to visit UAE. And what more? Our cases right now is 519 cases as of today. And as I told you, Dubai is not so strict with the mask already, but some premises like government still they have, depends, okay? But in Abu Dhabi, they need still the PCR because we have 7 states here in UAE. Abu Dhabi is still strict and Al Ain. You cannot go inside without the PCR, okay? You cannot travel on that place. And of course, our news, I will add for Ma'am Kelly, this Ukraine and Russia war. And encourage everyone to please, let's pray for our fellow kabayans there. Okay, most of them evacuated already. And the good news, UAE government donated $5 million to aid the Ukraine people. Okay, that's the good news from us here. Our government keep helping everyone if there are some problems around the world. Okay, and of course, USA is backing up always, right? So we are so glad that we are here in Uno Premier, of course, that even there is war, whatever is there, we have the business. So it's up to us only to do it, so that when problems comes, emergency comes, we are liquid, we have the money. So let's do Uno. Seriously, guys, this will help us to have another basket of income. Okay, so thank you very much. Back to you, Ma'am Kelly.
Thank you, Ma'am Julie, for sharing about UAE. Let me call on anyone here from the US. Please share a news that we can use. Please unmute.
Yeah, we have California. We have, so when you really think about it, we have all these states that represents really a country. We have our own, things that are going on in our neck of the woods. So please, I encourage you to report if you can. So I also want to acknowledge the people that are coming in. Thank you so much for joining us. And I'm admitting them as fast as I can. So we are now 24 folks. So Ms. Kelly, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just want to acknowledge the people that are coming in, and I do want them to go ahead and type in their names and where they are tuning in from, because it's really important for us to know if you are in the Philippines or elsewhere. This is a global presentation that we are doing, and our guests have come in. So thank you so much. Ms. Kelly, you can go ahead.
Yes, thank you for the new visitors. Thank you for catching up. And I know they are here to support the speaker share for today. Yes, let me ask anyone else here who want to share. Let me call on some states. California. Anyone who want to share about California? New York, of course, Ohio.
From New York, I just want to share an observation that I made. For right now, the mask is totally off for March 1, and which is a good thing because that's a sign of like an improvement with the condition with the coronavirus, and the cases are well controlled. Great, thank God.
Thank you, Jenerin. California, Charlene.
Hold on. Hello, California. I don't, sorry, I'm not a news person, but all I know is that, yeah, the mandate for mask is being lifted. And of course, you still have the choice to wear your mask just to kind of protect yourself. And what I experienced last week is that when I was in the restaurant, yeah, everyone's like masking, and we have the buffet, and you still have what good with that is that when you're in the buffet area, you can wear gloves, like plastic gloves, before you kind of scoop your food, and that is a good thing. But I think unmasking and still having your, you can still choose to wear it or not is a good thing for everyone, especially I'm in the healthcare. And as for the cases in the hospitals, there are still cases, but it's not as deadly as before. The number is higher than before, but I think it's going down, and we are still mandated to kind of wear masks for like healthcare workers. Other than that, yeah, gasoline is too high right now. It's the first time I've seen like gasoline costing like $5.30, and the lowest I think is $4.75. So yeah, you can feel it. You can feel it in the prices, but we move on, and thank God there's this Uno. We can have a little bit of like, earnings aside from what we do every day. So yeah, that's from California. It is 6 o'clock in the morning here. And it's a little bit warmer than before. Yeah, thank you.
Great, great. Thank you, Charlene. And thank you for waking up that early to join us. Yes, US team from Ohio. We're waiting for you. Please unmute.
Good morning. Good morning. As was just said, a lot of our numbers from COVID is down. Haven't heard about any deaths, let me say that, but the weather is seasonably warm. We hope it continue, and I'm just sending blessings out to everybody that, we stay healthy, we stay proactive in our health now that everybody is releasing masks. Yes, I still put mine on in some places just because. That's about all that I have to say.
Thank you, Jacqueline. Take care and stay safe always. Anyone else here who want to share? Anyway, you can just add it on our comment section or chat if you have something to share, to add. Ms. Bronwyn, do you have anything else to say, or we can go on?
We can go on. So again, I want to welcome everyone. What I really love about the fact in this global presentation and platform is that when we bring a heavy hitter, he brings his crew with him and his group with him, and then we get to know more people and people get to know us. So this is the value that I really, really like about doing this, although, it does take a lot of our time, but I know that we are doing something for the greater good. So I want to thank our team, especially Miss Kelly, for putting up with us, and also, of course, the UNO staff. So here we go. We just concluded the reporting from the field, and I hope you found value in the reporting. So for anyone here who is here for the first time, you can just unmute and say or wave. Somebody help me monitor. Now, my second question is, has anyone heard of our global BP that we have been conducting for the past year and a half? If you have not heard of it, I want you to react. React meaning just say no or yes, type it on the chat, because I really want to do the whole presentation, because I want you to understand that this is what we do. We've been delivering the message. And if you feel that you have some US prospect or international prospect, this is a platform you want to bring them in. Okay, so let me see, give some time for people to react. And I know we're not forcing you to speak English, but we would appreciate if you do, if you know, we learn from you and we learn from each other. All right. No takers there. So
Because,
I'm gonna,
most of the people are already business partners, either
Right.
from Uno Local or Premier.
right. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I want to make sure that they get the flavor of what we do on Wednesdays, and our partners also are gonna do the same thing. So, but I'm gonna go and do this fairly quickly. So this is who we are. We are Uno Premier. We started off in the Philippines in 2007, and we call ourselves Uno Local. They did so well in distributing really high quality, all natural products that they've established themselves and made tons of millionaires. We're talking about 3,000 millionaires. I know that data has changed, and now a little over 300 or 400 millionaires outside. Most of them are OFWs or expatriates or immigrants. Now in 2015, Uno Premier Uno decided that, you know what, let's just go ahead and roll it out to the global market. And they have the overseas foreign workers in mind. For those of you, I know most of the Filipinos that are here know about OFWs, but here are some facts. There are about 2.2 million OFWs, and they send over $34 billion a year to the Philippines in remittance. So it consists of 11% of the Philippine GDP. That's amazing. Most of the host countries are Qatar, Saudi Arabia. There's about 60% of them go to Asia and the Middle East. Singapore and Hong Kong is top up there. Did you also know that 4 million Filipinos are in the US? And California alone has a 1.4 million. So I want you to imagine the impact of Uno when it started in 2015. And these are the people that we thank. The board of directors, I know you know them because they are people person. They always show their presence at the headquarters in West Insula and also in the Zoom. Irby Chua, Chief Operations. Oliver Chua is Chief Operations Officer. We have Vice Presidents Irby Chua, those are brothers. William Barbo is a president. They are very close friends. Together, these folks have a combined experience of over 60 years in multi-level marketing and also in operations and product development. Each of them have a role in making Uno the way it is today and still moving. Because of their efforts and all the testimonials and the people that are actually using the products, the last time I checked, they have not officially released it, but there are millions of people now using our products, and a little over 700,000 are distributors. At one point, I think Butch Tan mentioned something about 2 million, but don't quote me on that. But that's enough to get me excited to be part of this wonderful organization. As you know, we are super branded. These are all the certifications, halal certification from our Muslim brothers, for our Muslim brothers and sisters. We are International Standards Organization certified. What does that mean? There is a membership organization of about 60 countries in Geneva, Switzerland, that they have really strict and stringent documentation process that one has to go through to make sure that their practices, business practices, the products and their service are up to par with their standards. So you have to be very proud that we are part of the ISO, that we are ISO certified. We are also Food and Drug Administration certified in all of the countries that we have our products that we're able to distribute. These are among the products are amazing. I'm just going to go through them really quickly for those people that are not familiar with the products. So we have beauty, health, and of course, supplements. We only have one toothpaste. We have a few products when it comes to skincare, but that's really all you need. As you can see, Jacqueline Bennett is our poster child here in the United States for using most of these products, and she is glowing. We only have one set of shampoo, and of course the supplements. That's how powerful, how thoughtful they are in providing limited products, but they are really top notch. Let's talk about Uno in the Philippines. So Uno Premier offices is in West Insula. It's in Quezon City Financial District, in the heart of Financial District in the Philippines. It is a global company, so that means we are able to bring people in from all parts of the world. And if you happen to know an investor or somebody that you know will have deep pockets, please do not hesitate to send them to West Insula and have them received in this plush office. As you can see, it lends itself for closing deals. We have state-of-the-art computers and meeting facilities, and there's actually a cafe that is called the Executive Cafe that you actually walk in, and there are people serving little sandwiches and our prime juice so our prospects and our clients will have that experience of how it is to have a privileged Uno lifestyle. I have been there, and I can tell you to this day, I can still smell, feel, and taste my experience. And this is something that everyone must experience. And one of the things that I'm thinking is that one of these days, I am gonna organize a trip for all of our members here in the US to go to the Philippines to experience what I experienced and also go through Dubai. Mom Julie is ready to roll out the red carpet. Know that most of the offices look like this in the Philippines and worldwide. This is what the landscape looks like, the map looks like, that there's Uno presence. Remember, I was telling you about the Saudi Arabia and Middle East being the host countries. This is what happened. They were able to establish offices here in the Middle East. And then, of course, Hong Kong and Singapore. And over in the left-hand side, if you look at those flags, they are starting to have Uno presence. Of course, as early as this year, last year, beginning of last year in 2021, in the United States, they were able to fully establish a warehouse to serve Northern America right here. And then in the middle, the Dillard Center in Cincinnati is where there's a little over a dozen active members, really engaged members that are that have established a mini hub. So we've established conference centers and also meeting facilities. So if you know of anybody who happens to swing by Cincinnati, please let us know and we will receive them, and making sure that they feel really special for being part of Uno. I've done that many times, and it's amazing. It is relational. You know, we establish relationship with people, and this is one of the reasons why I love Uno. So we are no doubt conquering the global market, and we have we have offices all over in 20 countries across 4 continents, and there are 13 international offices. Again, we have managed to create millionaires, and 1 or 2 or 3 of them are actually in the Zoom. I have no doubt. So in the United States, we say, the proof is in the pudding. So yes, they've heard. Yes, we've established in the United States. So this is the certificate of registration. In 2015, they have managed to maintain that, and it is now 2022. And we have our fulfillment center. This is the picture of what it looks like in other countries. Again, this is a global presentation. So we are I want to acknowledge folks in Hong Kong and Nigeria and UAE for being part of this. Apart from the local, Hong Kong, as you can see, all these women have really proven and tested the products. And we are just so happy that they are who they are. They are top earners. Nigeria are top earners too. They love our coffee. Now, How cool is that? You know, Africa is known for their coffee, but they love our coffee, our cappuccinos, our black coffee, Arabica coffee. And we know that our coffee is also produced in Ghana. So the thing is, you know, you have to be confident about endorsing our products. UAE is one of the oldest established branch in the world, and Mom Julie is here, and through her efforts and other leaders, one thing that really touched me is that they were able to have a 3-day, take note of this, a 3-day product fair at a hospital, a large hospital in UAE. Can you imagine, you know, the pharmaceutical company will have it would be a nightmare for that happening here in the United States, but we're working on it through the efforts of our small group here. So I thank you for these folks. In Nigeria, I do want to say, when you look at them at first glance, yes, you know, they are not Filipinos, but they love our products. Isn't that amazing? And most of them are biologists, doctors, pharmacists. And if you happen to reach out to any of them today, I don't know if Ms. Ola is here, but they do come to this global meeting. And they have the greatest testimonies when it comes to our products, and they're also top earners. This is a snapshot of all of the countries that we have that have access to UNO products. So if you want to take a picture of this, and if you have, you know, Facebook is really making the world really close, small. So you are able to reach out to any of the folks that you know in these countries and offer them this opportunity. One of the things that we offer are training resources, and we have an in-house doctor, we have an in-house nutritionist that will tell you more about the products, and then we have our online coaches that will help you set up your online stores and do Facebook marketing. Amazing how our company has actually thought about that, and we are happy to avail of those. Not only that UNO's products made it to the Philippine Pharmaceutical Directory, so when you really think about it, over 30,000 members of the Philippine Medical Association refer to this book and write a prescription to help alleviate pain, help with chronic diseases and certain type of cancer. With confidence, you should be able to say that and know that already. Our products are not only supplemental, they are therapeutic. And if you are active and staying plugged in, you're going to hear over and over the numbers of testimonies that we have gathered over the years, including here in the United States. These are the products that are available here in the United States and on our US online store. You're able to sell this outright and keep your direct sales commission. And that commission from your online store get cut every Sunday. So it's amazing how you're able to do that and earn money and build a network. Instant gratification for some people. So with that said, I want to introduce Jeffrey Brewster. He has been our partner for going on 2 years now. His background, for the sake of people who don't know him, he is UNO crazy, certified UNO crazy. He has made it possible for us to have access to local products, being an UNOpreneur here in Cincinnati, Ohio. And he will tell you more about the way that you work your business and how to access the products here in the US. Jeffrey Brewster.
Well, thank you, Mom Bronwyn. And I say good day to our national and global business partners. I don't know about you, but I get really excited when I can say national and global business partners. So may today be your best, or I hope it has been one of your best days ever in business. Let me ask you this: to maximize our viewing experience this morning, please pin my video square as the speaker so that we can have a more personal interaction, because I really want to talk to you today. And I thank you so much for welcoming us into your home and into your workspaces. You know, we've talked about COVID and how we're seeing such a drastic change in this pandemic today. Cases are going down, and we thank God for that. But the world now is rallying again around another issue, and that is war. My point is that there's always going to be something that we're fighting, either something tangible or intangible, because there are outside external forces that hit us every day. So, what are we doing to combat these forces? You know, hypertension still goes on, diabetes still goes on, heart disease and cancer, they're still going on. And even though the threat of biologics such as COVID are decreasing, guess what? COVID was not the first pandemic, will not be the last pandemic. So, what are you doing right now to combat these external forces and protect yourself? And it begins with us being consumers. And that's the foundation of our business. We are consumers by nature. One of the best things for us today is that the products that we have available, that we've alluded to earlier in our segment today, these are the products that can help us fight all of these external forces. And it begins with a model that we call profitable consumerism. Now, you might say that's an oxymoron. How can being a consumer make you profitable? Well, if you stay tuned, I'm going to help you understand that. Because as a consumer, we are purchasing goods and services every day. That's what we do. We spend money and we consume all of the goods and services of the world. Let us go on. But let us compare our traditional marketing services with that of network marketing. In our traditional marketing, we have middlemen all between the manufacturer and us as the consumer. We call that the supply chain. And the supply chain is very, very valuable because without those members, we might not get the products that are manufactured. But with that comes a cost. Every member of the supply chain adds their own value. And sometimes that value is in dollars. Well, who pays for that? We do, as the consumer. Manufactured product, by the time it gets to us as the consumer, sometimes costs 2 or 3 times the original cost to manufacture that. We pay that as the consumer. But in our network marketing system, we cut out the supply chain. Yes, we cut out the middleman. Our products come directly from our manufacturer, which is Uno, to us as the consumer. And those dollars that we save by cutting out the middlemen, by cutting out the supply chain, we actually have the opportunity to gain as profit. We gain that in the form of rebates. For instance, for every product that you consume or use, you're going to get 5% back automatically. As you build your team, the rebates even get greater because as your team purchases, you have the opportunity to gain rebates from your team's purchases. And those rebates can total up to 29%. Well, as a consumer, every time we brush our teeth, wash our face, put on a beauty product, we are saving and earning money. That's profitable consumerism. With our consumer club, there is only a one-time investment. There are no annual fees. And guess what? There are no mandatory minimums. As a consumer, what more can you ask for? So this is what I'm asking you personally. What are you doing today to fortify your own immune system, to beautify your own face? What are you doing? What are you doing to protect your family? Are you sharing our products with your friends? This is all about consumerism. using, sharing our products, and making and saving money. It can't be any more simpler than that. That is the first way that we can work our Uno business. But let's talk about another way we can do that. We can work our Uno business also through direct sales. Let's talk about direct sales for a few moments. And I'd like to show you a couple of graphs that will illustrate how dynamic this opportunity is today. Look at the top graph, and we're talking about direct retail sales. Look at that curve. It is steadily increasing. And today, it is now exponentially increasing. Why? Well, due to COVID, we've had an opportunity now to change the way we do business in this world. In the entire country, the entire globe, across the world, we are now profiting from direct retail sales. Have any of you ever purchased anything online? I'm sure you have. And if you have, you are one of 2.14 billion people. Imagine that. When we look at direct retail selling by sales category, look what leads the way. Wellness products. What are we selling? We are selling wellness products. And remember, my business friends, the pandemic is not over. Health will go on, and we can be champions of that cause through direct retail selling. Let me tell you why this opportunity gets even better. When you're in business, one of the major metrics that you want to look at is what are your profit margins? With our profit margins, we exceed average standards. Here in the US, for example, the average profit margin for food supplements is anywhere from 15 to 22%. But if you look at our profit margins for some of our products, we're anywhere from 22 to 40%, depending on your level of investment. That, to me, is a great opportunity. But let's look at it here in black and white. Look at some of our products here. Now, this is an average group of products that any one of your customers might use on a monthly basis. Well, what if you have 10 customers that you're selling to every week? Look at the profit that you can make, $742. That's just on average. But times that by 4 for a month's income. You're up to $3,000 in residual income here, in additional revenue streams. And if you really work your business through direct retail selling, this can be a major job for you. And what's so convenient about it is the way our platform is structured. We have one of the most robust e-commerce systems on the planet. So when we talk about building business, particularly through direct retail selling, online retail sales are the way to go. Let me tell you about our exciting platform. Number one, it is turnkey. Let's advance the slide. It's turnkey to the point that the only thing you need to do is to become a business partner. As a partner, a member of our consumer club, you will get your own online store. Well, that's all you really need to be successful in direct retail selling today. And remember, we are a global enterprise. Here's how it works. You will get your own specific URL code or your website address, and you will direct your customers directly to your web store. That's all you have to do. Your customers will then go online, make their purchases. Their purchases are then confirmed by our Uno staff through our payment system online. Our Uno staff will then package and drop ship your customers' products directly to their door. What do you have to do? Nothing. You have no inventory to manage. You have no accounting. You have no processing fees to keep track of. It's absolutely turnkey. So what could be more exciting at this time in our global economy than to be a member of our online direct retail selling. It even gets better than that. You know, with our company, we have no territorial boundaries at all. Think about expanding your business globally. We offer the opportunity for you to become partners with us here in the USA. Well, how do you do that? Very, very simply. I am sure that you have friends, family, colleagues who reside here in the United States or who may be temporarily working here in the United States. And remember, as a consumer, we want to share the products. Well, imagine helping your friends and colleagues who reside here in the United States become healthier. And also, remember, there's a wealth component attached to our business. We are a business, but here's the opportunity to build your business here in the United States. We too have established an Unopreneur Center right here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Well, what does that mean? It means that we have the opportunity to drop ship products anywhere in the continental United States, Canada, and Alaska, just like your own Uno store. It's just that simple. And we've created a web store just for you as a distributor. We invite you to go to healthydays365.store. As you see, healthydays365.store. This is our distributor international web store for you as a distributor. So if you want to get into this game of direct retail selling, think beyond your local country. Think beyond your local province. You too can become instantly an international entrepreneur. How exciting can that be? Let's talk about the last way to really be successful at this business. You know, at the core of our company, we are a multi-level marketing company. Now, I don't know what your experiences have been with multi-level marketing, but the essence of multi-level marketing is really network marketing. And I don't care what business you are in. Network marketing is the absolute foundation of business. It's about building relationships. It's about selling to clients on an ongoing basis. It's about building a cohort of people that you surround yourself with. It's about joining organizations where you can do outreach and education and selling. That's what network marketing is all about. And that is the core of our multi-level marketing structure. True, there is a hierarchy. So when you get into the business and where you fit into the business is very important. But the opportunity for you to do that today could not be better. Let us look at what some of the potential earnings can be from just one way of working this business. As you see, we can earn nearly $18,000 in a 5-month period if we work this business according to our 4x4 business model. I'm going to rely on the person that invited you to attend this conference to explain more in depth what our 4x4 system means, but it can work. There are other ways to make money in this business, and I'm going to ask my business partner in Upline, Douglas Payne, to share with you some of the other exciting ways that you too can profit from this business today. Doug?
Thank you. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. Ms. Brahma, you may go ahead and advance. Some of the other ways that we can earn. Jeff spoke to you about direct selling. I'm going to speak to you a little bit about referral bonuses and matching bonuses. Also direct matching and royalty. I may get into uni-level today and multi-level, but I doubt it. And then there's also the global profit sharing, your reward plus, and the inheritance policy. That's also ways of earning. Ms. Brown, please advance. Okay, for someone who's new to the business, the first way of earning is just bring in your friends and family, okay? For everyone that you sponsor, you receive a cash bonus. As a platinum, you receive $20 for every person that you bring in. Platinum package is $380. As a Premier Plus owner, the package is $1140. For bringing in someone, you would receive a cash dividend of $60. Not much, but it gets better. As an Elite Plus owner, for $22.80, the cash bonus is $120. We're still on direct referral compensation. And as a Global Plus earner, for $45.60, your cash bonus is $240. This is the very first way of making money in Uno. Thank you very much. Go ahead, Brian. The second way, a matching bonus. Pretty much the same. However, what I want you to understand here is after your first 10 matches, on the 11th match, everything doubles. Remember I said, as a platinum earner, you would earn $20 on this. For matching bonus, if you put a platinum on your left and a platinum on your right, or add a platinum on your right, you receive 40 instead of 20. And as well, for Premier, one on your left and one on your right receives 120, okay? For an Elite, a match on your left and right would bring 240, and as a Global, $480. Well, what happens if you bring in a platinum and a Elite, or a platinum and a Global? Or for instance, well, let's take one for instance. A platinum is the equivalent of 150 PV. If you look up under the PL, you see that 150 PV. That's called point value. That's what you receive when you bring in a platinum. But what if you bought in an Elite on your right side? Well, the equivalent PV on the Elite is 900. Well, Uno is going to pay you, but they're going to pay you the equivalent of whatever your lowest PV is. In this case, it's the 150. A 150 payout, if you look to your right, is $40. Well, what happens to that rest of that 900? Well, if you take 150 from 900, you end up with a carryover of about 750. Now that's just your first month. So you have 0 left on your left and you have 750 PV left on your right. Well, you can go into the next month and do something different and it changes up again. But that's the pay structure. And it gets some, when you start bringing in Globals and Elites, your pay structure changes very quickly. In 4 or 5 months, you can earn equivalent up to $750 to $1,000 and something like this. This is just a matching bonus, okay? Ms. Brown, the next way of earning is the direct royalty bonus. These bonuses start at 10% for the platinum. On your right-hand side, direct royalty, 15% for your Elite, or for your Premier, I'm sorry, and 20% for your Elite, with an additional 5%, I'm sorry, let's back up. 15% for your Premier, 20% for your Elite, 20% for your Global, and on your second level of your Global, an additional 5%. So look at the left grid right quick. If you had started with yourself as a Global, and you brought in 2 Globals, one on your left and one on your right, okay, you receive 20%. And then on your second level, if you brought another Global in on your left and right, for both sides, you receive an additional 5%. So you could receive direct royalty up to 25% for bringing in Globals. Okay, now you can proceed. Thanks, Brian. Another way of earning, lifestyle rewards. Okay, this is very simple. For every 5th match, you receive 1 point. For every 10th match, another point, as well as for every 15th and 20th match, an additional point for each. Okay, so for every 5th pair, of course you earn the point, but what do you get? They convert. They convert to cars, travel, lifestyle rewards, handbags, gadgets, you name it, shoes, etc. You can do almost anything with your lifestyle reward points. You never lose them, and you can keep on adding. Okay, Ms. Bronwyn. Another way of earning, this is colorful. It's called the new uni-level compensation, or NUC is what we all call it in the business, okay? On this grid, it allows you to earn up to 29%, even though there are other grids that are higher. Let's go back to the left-hand side where it says you. As a distributor, you can earn up to 5%. Now that's just you doing purchases yourself. Well, what about your first level? Up under it is a 1. On your first level, that means the 4 people that you brought in can earn another 3%, okay? Which is making you earn total of 8%. Well, if you look at the grid, you can go down to your 4th level as a distributor and earn up to 18% of a uni-level bonus, okay? Likewise, if you move over to the light blue section, as a managing director, you can earn up to 20%. And I'm gonna skip all the way down to the end, to the diamond executive. You can earn up to 29%. Now, there's other grids that will show you that we have a blue and a black and a green, or whatever you wanna call it, but they would allow you to earn up to 45%. And instead of going through it or showing you, I'm gonna revert or take you back and allow your upline to show you how you earn on those. Now, the rest of the opportunity that we want to show you will be given by Miss Jacqueline Bennett, and I'm going to take that to you right now. Jackie?
I'd like to thank you, Doug. Well, let's see how we can become part of this great business. The first thing you need to do is become a partner, not a member. And with becoming a partner, we have 4 different packages, and each package comes with product. Our first package is enough product for yourself. Our second package is enough products for self and to share, and to think about if you really want to be a consumer or a business owner. Step 3 is enough products to share, consume, and embark on that great opportunity for a great business. Our 4th package, which is to me the most powerful package, is you are embarking on the future. So you're looking for that long investment, that long run investment in this wonderful company. Step 2, come to partner briefing, where you will learn about the business, about the products, and you will learn what other businesses are doing. Step 3 is my favorite part, is consume and share these wonderful products and give testimonies and let people know that I got some great products that has great testimonies. Step 4, bring in 4 business-minded individuals like yourself and start teaching and learning about these products and start your business. Now, as we say, we start it all over. Step 1, become a partner, not a member. Step 2, come to partners briefings where you'll learn about the products. Step 3, consume and share the products. And step 4, get 4 business-minded individuals like yourself and embark on a great business. And as I say, a great, healthy lifestyle. I'd like to thank Doug, Jeff, and Bronwyn for being the people that they are and let me have this opportunity to speak. But I hand it back to you now, Bronwyn.
Thank you, Jacqueline. Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, by just hearing the presentations is that we are the right company, right? We have the right products. We have the right support system. So let me ask you, do you need a PhD? Do you have to be a doctor? Do you have to be a nurse? Do you have to have lots of money to have this opportunity? We all know, just from what Jacqueline said, $380 to start, and you have your business. The greatest thing is you can have a franchise. This is really what you call a franchise. Once you have a store, you got a franchise. And everybody has an opportunity to do 15 of those. Now think about this. If you are ambitious enough to do a franchise and you think about Starbucks, McDonald's, we're talking startup between $400,000 up to millions and millions of dollars. And then you have to do so much overhead and everything else. Even for a small business, the startup is huge. So we're talking only $380 minimum investment. So this is it, guys. Think about this. There are many ways to earn. You don't want selling, just consume. You don't want to, you just need to consume. Everybody is not taught to, we consume the minute we are born. That does not need to be taught. Now you think about, how am I going to move these products? If I may get stuck with products, trust me, I've heard it all. You know what to do with your products? Give them away. Everybody's got a birthday. Everybody's has an anniversary. And what better thing but to give them the gift of life, the gift of health. Now, we need to understand that UNO is a systemic fix. We believe in that. The founders believe in that, and it's working, going into its 15th year, because we all know that we have chronic diseases because of the missing nutrition that we have, the toxic food ingredients, and the lack of physical exercise. UNO provides a system of care that will remind you to use all natural products to put on your skin, to ingest, to eat. It's really eating extra helpings of veggies. Think about this. Our bodies are meant to rejuvenate. But if you're not eating the right kind of food and you are not in the environment, a nurturing environment that we offer a reminder, what it is relational. You get to know the people that you bring into the business as partners, knowing that the opportunity, it's not late for us to become healthy. Don't wait until you're 40 years old, to say, oh, you know what, life begins at 40. Yeah, you're right. Life begins at 40, because that's when you start feeling the aches and the pains. Your teeth start falling off. You go to the doctor and they say, hey, you got cancer. Are you going to wait? You owe it to your children and your grandchildren to introduce to them UNO healthy lifestyle. For what? $380 to begin with. In the Philippines, it's $14,000 pesos. It is worth it. So I really want you to think about signing up, especially that we have a promotion. If you have people in the United States, March 1st marks a promotion that if you purchase a platinum, we will upgrade your account to Premier. That means you have better earning potential, and this would last through the end of this month. Not only that, if you really are gung-ho to build in these countries right here, the Philippines, Nigeria, UAE, and the United States, you can get upgraded. If you have a platinum right now, because that's all you could afford at this point, or in the last, when you started, if you bring in more people, and with these incentives, who would not want to do it? Think about this: 5 directs that you bring in, 5 points that you bring in makes you a global. Being a global account holder is top notch, because not only are you going to make 20% out of your first level and all of those, and that's only one way of making the money. On your second level, you get an additional 5%. Now, yeah, I look at my dashboard a couple of days ago. I see that through up to level 4, I'm earning, and I'm happy. I'm not even really pushing it the way I want to, but not anymore. Spring has sprung, and we're going to build here in the United States. Another sign up. If you actually sign up, you get one free per cardio. And for those people that have accounts right now, work the business. You owe it to yourself. You don't need a PhD. You don't need so much knowledge, because there's always willing leaders like us and the people in this room. And you're going to hear from our guest who is willing to give back. So do not sleep. Make sure that you take advantage of this opportunity, because you don't want to miss out on something great. I want to thank everyone for being here. And so I hope whoever invited you, especially the fact that I cannot stress enough how great it is if you would consider building here in the United States. We're here for you. If you are in New Jersey, if you have relatives and friends in New Jersey, we have Merle. In New York, we have Jenna Lynn. In Missouri, we have Ruth. Here in Cincinnati, in the Midwest, there's over a dozen of us that are willing to help you, because we know that UNO is a systemic fix to lift everybody to prosperity. With that said, I thank you for listening to us. And Ms. Kelly, please, I cannot wait to hear from our sharer today.
Thank you, Ms. Bronwyn, and the whole US team for that wonderful presentation of our business. Now, let us all welcome our guest speaker for today. He's a former factory worker, a member of the Millionaires Club, top global direct, also Bali Indonesia qualifier, Sapphire executive, global top 9 earner. And yes, he's a top earner from his group Conquerors e-commerce program. I'm so excited to hear his story. Let us all welcome Mr. Roland Manalan.
Yes, thank you so much po, Ma'am Kelly Tablan, for introducing me. At syempre, this is the first time to share global business with you. At syempre, to all the speakers, Ma'am Brown, thank you so much po, and syempre, Sir Jeffrey, and syempre, si Ma'am Jacqueline, and Sir Douglas, thank you so much for presenting the marketing plan. Okay, at syempre po, it's not my first time to share the journey in UNO Premier. In that moment, I'm nervous because I'm a Filipino, I'm a Philippines, and this is the opportunity to grab. And of course, before I introduce myself, so syempre, good morning, good evening to all everyone. My name is Roland Dimanatad from Philippines, former production operator, and this is the first time to share to share my journey in UNO Premier. Let me my share screen. Okay, so ayan, Ma'am Kelly, it's okay na?
Yes, yes. We can see your slide now.
Yes, okay.
Full screen.
Yeah. Okay, so this is my screen. So my name is Coach Roland Manatad, former operator. This is my group. Main group is Conquerors, and my group is Armor. So Conquerors Armor. So here my group Conquerors Armor, and of course my coaches, my sponsor, one of the icon of UNO, and of course Coach Jojo Sagaran. At the same time, she's my cold market at the time na I was invited to UNO Premier. But I believe in sponsor. At that moment, the time I meet my sponsor, I am nervous that time, pero that time in that moment na yon, talagang I trust him, and that moment he tried the UNO Premier. This is the first business, this is the first online business that moment in that moment that ano, ang time na yun na na-introduce sa akin yung programa na to. And this is my my journey that time. So this is a former factory operator, Roland Bimanatad. So sobrang payat ko dyan po sa mga Tagalog, sobrang slim that time na yun. And now I'm so fat, I'm so proud because the products of Uno Premier as our Ultimacy, so sobrang proud ako sa products natin sa Ultimacy. And of course, other products, I'm so proud because the products of Uno Premier so generous, at the same time so gorgeous talaga. Okay, and syempre, I believe in yourself is the personal success. So this is the quotes that the time I first met my sponsor. He said, Roland, if you believe in yourself, this is the first secret to success. So ang ginawa ko the time na yon is tinagal ko yung nervous ko the time na yon, and Coach Jojo teach me how to do the Uno Premier. Coach Jojo teach me how to learn how to the system, and that moment na yon I realized na nothing changes if nothing changes. Sabi nga, wala akong ginagawang bago, so nothing changes, everyone. So if that moment na yon is tinagal ko yung nervous ko the time na yon, so nilakas ko ang loob ko, I believe myself, and the time na yon, okay? So ayan po. So I realized na sabi nga nila, the salary, di ba? It's not hindi talaga makakabuhay ng pamilya tayo at the same time na yon, yung sahod at the same time yung salary in the Philippines is not hindi siya maramdaman ng buong Pilipinas talaga. At that moment na yon, I realized na gumawa ako ng paraan that time. So this is my first time to office to the package of Uno Premier together my housewife. Okay, the time na yon, so sobrang payat ko that time na yon. Okay, pero I realized this is the perfect time, that moment na introduce sa akin yung Uno Premier. I dream. The time na yon, I dreaming. I think I realized na i-pursue yung opportunity na to, and that moment na yon, I learned, ayan, this is the offline, okay, Hatawan days of Uno Premier inside the Philippines, inside the office. Okay, that moment na yan, and I attend Body and Soul offline training with Coach Jojo Sagaran, with my mentor, and all of us inside this Zoom. Okay, this Zoom. So first, you can attend training every day. You can attend Zoom every day, and you can learn the business. Okay, this is the moment, that time na yun na nilearn ko yung negosyo, yung business ng Uno Premier, and nung time na yon talagang the master ko yung negosyo, and the master the business. The time na yon I build the group. So this is the office of Quezon City, the Philippines, Manila. This is my main office, and this group sa offline is the main office in Calamba, in sa Philippines. Okay, the time na yon, dumating yung pandemic that time. Okay, syempre, almost people is worried, and syempre me worried because my wife is buntis siya at the time na yon. At the time na moment na talagang nung time na nag-pandemic, pinanganak yung aming first baby that time na yon. Okay, nag-worried ako the time, sabi ko, paano na negosyo? So sobrang generous the company, sobrang love the company, sobrang love the Uno Premier company. Okay, it's amazing. I learned something that time, and syempre I adapt the new system that time na yon. Okay, so ayan po, it started new normal the time. Okay, so I use laptop the time, and now I use a computer. At syempre of course to help my mentor, to help my coaches that time na yon. And syempre I learned, and syempre she said, Roland, if you are being successful, you can learn a successful person. And she said, surround yourself only with people who are going to take higher. So, ibig sabihin the time na yon, kung sino yung sasamahan mo, kung sino yung lagi mong kasama that time na yon, yun yung magiging yun yung magiging ikaw. This is kumbaga, kung ikaw yung tao na palaban sa buhay, yun yung magiging sasamahan mo the time na yon. And I realized the time na yon, okay, I training e-commerce, okay, I turned the online trainings, that moment na yan. So, yan po yung moment na nagte-training po ako, okay? And of course, hindi po ako hectic na tao. At the same time, I'm a high school graduate, but I'm a courage person. That time na yon, my coaches, he said, Roland, one of this day, you are a top earner at the moment. So, noong time na yon, talagang pininiwalaan ko na yung mentor ko the time na yon. Pero sabi niya sa akin the time na yon, Roland, you can encourage yourself. You can believe in yourself. So I believe in myself the time na yon, and that moment na yon, yes, I learned e-commerce. So ayan, so I buy the Ultimacy and going to LBC, and of course throwing the Uno branch in this Philippines. Talagang tinulungan kami dito sa Pilipinas that time na yon. And of course, I realized na mag-build ng mga new partners, okay, in this Philippines and over the world. Ayan, this is my transaction. Together my group, together my partners, together my baby. That time na yon, talagang alam mo yon, almost one day I transact 200,000, 300,000 because of the system. What is the system? Okay, the system of Uno Premier, the conquerors is so easy. Add people 10 every day, add people morning, add people lunch, add people evening. So this is a rotation of the system of Uno Premier conquerors. This is just the Philippines. And of course, ayan, a transaction almost 300 to 400,000 every day that moment na yan. So I think it's not the end. So I was excited to do this 2022 because the system of CEP program, I can show you later that time na moment na I start the pandemic na na talagang nawalan ako ng moral, nawala ako ng ganang mag-network na time na yan. Pero I realized na he learned something about the mentor, and I always attend the training. I always attend my training of my coaches that moment na yon, and I master the system of Unopreneur right now. And of course, I hit the awards. Ayan. So yan po the graduates, then the one team, and of course sa par executive, and syempre speakers bureau and top direct global. Okay, one of the top direct global ng company, and of course the Bali Indonesia. Okay, that moment I see the poster of Bali Indonesia, so I'm so happy because I'm not a professional person. I'm high school graduate, pero because the system of Unopreneur, because the system of my group, okay, I hit the Bali Indonesia that moment na yan, that time na yan. At syempre, ayan po, so this is my group, this is the hit the global account upgrade holders. So as Ma'am Brown Wing, she said the global account holders 20%. Just imagine, no, former factory operator hitting the global is a higher package. Diba? And of course, mayroon akong ditong downlines, and so my partners, okay, ang kanyang position is cashier. Just imagine, cashier, pero na-hit niya yung global account holder. Former supervisor, housewife, former secretary, hit the global account holder. Factory operator, hit the global account holder. Line leader, hit the global account holder. Just imagine, to all of us, so dream. So mangarap pa ng mangarap to be a global account holder. God is so great. Basta sipagan na natin, at the same time, ibigay mo yung courage mo sa sarili mo na talagang talagang andun yung believe mo to yourself and believe the company and believe the coaches and believe the all trainings of Uno Premier, the company. And of course, this is my partners. Ayan, so former technician, 2 accounts po is global account holders. Just imagine, just imagine, technician, 2 accounts is global account holders. Global account holders is 174,000, right? And syempre, wife, Here's wife, andito rin. So, former teacher then, and now is a housewife. 2 global account holders. So means her family is 4 account global holders. So I'm so happy because I'm conscious right now na talagang I do my best for my downlines. I do my best for my partners, and of course I teaching, and of course my partners talagang doing good that time ng moment na yan, talagang ginagabayan ko sila, okay, tinuturuan ko sila, teach ko sila, and that moment na yan, nung time na na-hit nila yung global, I cried because I realized na grabe yung binibigay ng programa, okay, the Uno Premier gives better life and better life in our people to dream higher that moment na yan. Of course, ayan, sabi dito, Tagalog to sa mga, sabi niya dito, ang pera daw, hindi daw madadala sa langit yan, tama. Kumbaga, the money, okay, hindi daw madadala sa langit, pero sabi nga nila, so, wake up tayo, wake up, okay, do the business, okay, magtrabaho tayo kasi nandito pa tayo sa lupa that moment na yan. And of course, this is my travel in the Philippines. Of course, sa all of my partners, okay, worldwide, the US, so I can show you sobrang ganda po. So sobrang ganda ng surrounds dito sa Pilipinas. Talaga kung willing kayong pumunta dito, talagang i-share namin sa iyo yung ganda, okay, ng Pilipinas talaga dito sa Philippines. So, yan po sa Nasugbu, Batangas. So, nahit ko po yung I hit the travel incentive. Okay, libre po yan, that moment na yan. So, 2 days and 2 nights po. And after nun, okay, I come back home, I have income. So, I'm so happy because the Uno Premier company is generous, diba? It's a beautiful company. That moment na yan, I enjoy. Pero I come back the house, but I have an income. So sobrang generous ng kumpanya natin. And of course, this is my pandemic income of my partners. Okay, 1 day income 6,400, 2 days income 23,000. 2 days income, 19,000, 1 day income, 9,000, and housewife, 3,000 income in just 1 day. And of course, the sales lady, 1 day income, 8,000. Okay, treasury, 3,600. Just imagine na tambay, 1,900. This is the income. And the operator is 7,200. So, at just moment the time na yan, the people, he said, is a poverty inside the Philippines. No. I said the Filipino is more income in the pandemic. They give the opportunity that moment na yon, and I realized the people is lazy. So ang ginawa that time namin na yon is talaga binaliw na namin yung sarili namin. I'm always thinking myself, always overwhelm my mentor, overwhelm my training that moment na yan, and my company give a pandemic income and my partners. And of course, this is my pandemic income. So look at my okay. So in just 1 month, okay, income 56,000, 3 months 247,000, 35,000, just 1 month. In just 1 year, I earned 761,000. So just imagine the former production operator, the high school graduate, just imagine the income na ganyan, na sobrang nakaka-proud sa sarili na this is the moment na talagang nagsasalita ako ngayon sa inyong harapan na kinakabahan ako, pero sabi nga nila, yung courage na binibigay ng kumpanya sa iyo, ibigay mo ng todo. In this moment na yan, nagsasalita ako, I'm so excited. One of this day, worldwide, okay, US, even California, even Dubai, and other the world is to income right now. Just imagine na Ma'am Brownwill, so yung income right now na talagang maging ganyan yung income nyo, di ba? Sa US, di ba? Sa California, and I'm happy to see that moment na yan, Ma'am Pano, that all worldwide partners. Okay? And of course, ayan, so November, so hindi lang po ako na-awarden, so my partners, award Top Direct Global, okay, meron dyan. Okay, so yan po yung mga partners ko that moment na yan. And of course, this is my first car that moment. Just imagine, the high school graduate, the former factory operator, I buy the car. Just imagine na, okay, pero alam mo yun, so I nervous that time na yan kasi hindi pa ako marunong mag-drive. So, hindi pa ako marunong mag-drive that moment na yan. Pero, sabi nga nila, yung courage, di ba, yung binibigay mo sa sarili mo, labanan mo. Kung baga, ilaban mo yung courage mo na yon. Yung courage na yun, yung nagbigay sa akin. And right now, okay, marunong na po akong mag-drive ngayon. Okay? So yun po yung nangyari. At this moment, this is my total income on Uno Premier. Okay? Total income po ay nasa almost 1.1 million. So it's not latest. Also, when my income is 1.4 million right now. So I'm excited to share you, okay, because this is the last moment to share you and next month, okay, next month I share you the more income, and I realize na i-share the income to all global partners because kaya nyo rin itong magawa. Okay? Hindi lang ako, kundi to all of us. Okay? Kayang ding magawa ng karamihan dito ngayon. And of course, okay, this is the moment, that time na yon, November 2021. Just imagine, the former factory operator, one of the top 9 earner ng Uno Sales Rally. Just imagine, this time na yan, talagang I cried that moment na yon. Okay, I'm nervous that moment na yon because, di ba, sino ba ako? Who knows? Di ba? Hindi naman, I'm not skeptic person. I'm not intelligent person because the program of Uno Premier is so blessed and it's a privilege na talagang mabigyan tayo ng tsansa ng kumpanya na bibigyan tayo ng every Zoom gathering, every training, every meeting, talagang andyan lagi sila para sa atin. Okay? And of course, yan, so the speaker na rin po every Wednesday. Every Wednesday I speaker po. Ayan. So 3 times po ako speaker sa every Wednesday that moment na yan. And of course, I share you income this February. Okay, my monthly income nasa almost 5,000. And of course, my partners, yan, 3,600 and 14,800. And that moment na yan, sabi dito, okay, sabi dito, no, they said, you can keep going. Right? They said, it's impossible, keep going. They doubt you, keep going. They called you crazy, keep going. Always keep your eyes in your goals and keep going until you get there. Okay? So, you mean, if you have a dream, if you are, gusto mo palaki ng grupo, so you can believe in yourself. You can believe in yourself, and that moment na yan, you can share you the all partners of Uno Premier, that moment na yan, na masasabi mo sa sarili mo that moment na yan na tama yung sinabi ni Sir Roland na I can believe myself always. And I plan this 2022, and this is my second car, so Mazda 3. Okay, this is my target. Okay, and this is the target. This is the house, the target of 2022 at that moment. So I'm excited. Okay, and I'm so excited to drive the second car, and syempre the house, that moment na talagang ibibigay ni Lord para sa atin yan. And of course, okay, this is my deepest why. Okay, so to all partners in the Zoom, so you know the deepest why. Okay, this is my father. Okay, my father, sobrang adult na yung father ko that time na yan, sobrang gusto ko siyang bigyan ng masarap na buhay, to give a happy life that moment na yan. And syempre my daughter, my wife, this is my reason why joining Uno Premier. Premier, why believing in myself always, why encourage me always that moment na I can down, okay, I can go up every day. And I share you na this is my deepest why you join Uno Premier. Kaya to all Uno Premier this Zoom, okay, know your deepest why. Know your deepest why, because the deepest why, this is the first, okay, secret how to go up. And you can feel down, okay, if you can see the deepest why, you can go up every time. You can see the deepest why. And of course, ayan, this is my group, okay, CPR more. Ayan, via Zoom po, this is my group. So nag-morning session po kami every morning. Okay, every morning I Zoom. Okay, lunch I Zoom. Okay, and then evening I Zoom. That moment, alam mo yun, every day. Okay, I talk my leaders, I talk my business partners to share the opportunity every day. And syempre, of course, sa lahat ng mga partners na nandito ngayon, wag kang matakot mangarap. Okay, share the blessing to others, share the blessing to other people, and the people will come to you and to share the blessing. And the last verse ko is commit to the Lord whatever you do, and your plans will succeed. So commit to the Lord lang your dreams, commit to the Lord your income, commit to the Lord, okay, your feelings, commit to the Lord, okay, commit to the Lord your strengths, okay, commit to the Lord your goals, commit to the Lord your dreams in your life, and commit to the Lord your group, because right now the Lord's nakikinig sa'yo si Lord ngayon na this day, one of this day, okay, next month, 2 months, the USA is the more partners to come. Okay, and of course, okay, syempre, this is the last slide, no? Okay, this is the bibigyan ko sa inyo number 1, know your deepest why. Okay, know your deepest why. Why joining Uno Premier? Okay, then number 2, GLLA, good learning listening. Okay, good learning listening. And number 3, when you down, go up. Okay, I said when you down, go up. The number 4, coordinate always coaches, coordinate upline, coordinate the Uno Premier. And number 5, and connect every day kay Lord. Okay, every day connect kay Lord. And then pang-anim, okay, the number 6 is always happy to having Uno Premier business. Okay, always happy. If ever a problem, always happy. Okay, and of course, the last, hold the vision, trust the process. Okay, so yun lang po. This is my journey on the Premier. Thank you so much. Okay, this is kinakabahan po ako. Okay, pero
You did great, Roland.
Moment na yan.
How about a round of applause for Roland?
Thank you so much, Ma'am Kelly Tablan, for introducing me, and of course to all, okay, Zoom leaders dito ngayon, thank you so much, and to all USA, thank you so much. It's privilege po na makapag-share ako dito sa programa niyo dito sa Zoom. Yun lang po, maraming salamat. Thank you so much again.
Thank you so much, Roland.
you.
I cannot
Thank
tell
you.
you how happy we are to have you. You are our answered prayer. You don't know how many times our USA team have gathered and say, where can we find somebody that will inspire us when the other millionaires are too busy to spend time with us? So I really appreciate the fact that I have a few questions. I want to reiterate to the team what your teaching is, and then we have a few questions. So don't go away yet. And for those people who have to leave, you can leave, but I want this moment with Roland because I want to learn. I want to learn from him. And I heard you stay plugged in, believe in yourself, trust the process. These are the key learnings that I'm hearing, and I hearing over and over. That's why I'm still here 5 years out, because I know I'm going to be a millionaire like you soon enough. Respect your uplines. If you are down, you want to talk to your upline. And that is really, really important, because you don't want anybody to bring you down. Your upline knows everything. Otherwise, he's not your upline. You got to trust them. Now, if you have an upline that's not meeting your needs, the greatest thing is that we have cross-line support. I love Mom Pearlie. I don't know Billy not Sagurs or your upline Sagaran. I happen to know his sister here in Los Angeles. So the fact that we are not alone, and then you did express that. I like that you say keep going, and you have to have the thirst to learn. You have to have a good learning attitude. You cannot, what is not acceptable in this business is stepping in and knowing it all. Because when you actually sit in this business, when you start this business, I'm sure you agree, everything that you know from the past, you're gonna have to put that aside, because it's a clean slate. It's in the duplicating business, correct? Cut and paste, follow your model. Don't question them, because if they were able to make over 600,000 pesos, then you know that they're doing it. The greatest thing is that you did not invent it. And then you always recognize the people that brought it in, the business concept. Trust the system, request, share, always be grateful. I like it when you said, be happy all the time. Every day is always a challenge. There's always going to be problems. You have to be the attitude. There's one thing that I've known very much is that your attitude really determines your altitude. So you got to have that. And I see that in your face. You're always smiling and grateful. I know you're nervous, but I really, really love the way you delivered. And we want you to come back, and we want other people to be encouraged to come and talk to us, because we need you more than you need us. America needs you, and other countries need you, because we want everybody to prosper in health and in wealth. Now, I did see a couple of questions, and if you have any more questions, let me know. We're going to read this through. But one of the things, I want to acknowledge your group for supporting you. I know over a dozen of them joined in to hear you and to support you. But the question is, are there anyone else here in your group that has achieved or close to achieving to be in the Millionaires Club? And I want to acknowledge and celebrate that if they happen to be here.
Nothing po, soon.
It's okay.
Slide. The name is Rislin Maribok Takatani. He's a teacher. Now is a housewife.
Wow, that's
Yes,
wonderful. So that's inspiring. I mean, just showing all those income, the daily income, that's good. So that answers the question about any other millionaires or secret millionaires here. Another question is, somebody wants to know how many, that our multi-accounts just get introduced here in Premier. The local had multiple accounts in the past, and then the Premier, we can only have one up until last year. So we're new at this multi-accounts. Can you tell us how many accounts do you have right now?
I have a 15 accounts.
So you maximize the 15 accounts. Yeah, that's good. So thank you so much for sharing that. Another question is, I heard about your online business, how you learned it, and you really invest your time. You Zoom all the time, you connect with people all the time. And when you, so my question to you is the bulk of your money that you are earning from your sales, the online sale, or is it also is it also bringing in people? I mean, what is a percentage of, how is that a combination?
Yes.
That's one question. I have another question later, but answer that for me for now.
Right now po, Ma'am Bruno, so as a people, not sales.
People that you're bringing in
Yes,
and making the money, the
yes.
daily income, and then you get the residual income while you're sleeping or on vacation. That's
2
awesome.
days, I think 2 days, almost 2 days I vacation, I come back the home, I think 15 to 20,000 moment.
Wow. Can you imagine, ladies and gentlemen, how we can bless ourselves and bless others by giving them this opportunity, by sharing this opportunity? So I have one question from Charlene from California. She wants to know, with all the 15 accounts that you have, how many local and how many premier accounts do you have? Is it a combination?
No, Ma'am. It's all premiers, and my group is all premiers right now.
Wow, that is great. So no local account, it's all premier accounts. Okay, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Are there any questions? Okay, so we heard that most of your earnings come from bringing people in and giving them the opportunity, and then the earnings, you get the residual income. Now, do you know if most of your folks are into the online sales with a Facebook marketing, or is it a combination of face-to-face and relationship, or they go to the banqueta and sell them,
Yes,
sell the products?
Yes.
I'm just curious,
yes,
because we are
Ma'am.
limited here with, rolling it out. Mhm.
Right now po is more on online po kami. Online.
Online.
Okay, not focusing the online sales. Pero I learned e-commerce to year 2020 October. So 3 months I e-commerce. At that moment I e-commerce, so I sell 1 month almost 30,000.
Wow.
Pero right now I focusing the people.
The building of your network. You're
Yes.
focusing on building out network. As you've heard, the way our partner Jeffrey Brewster is presenting is that there are 3 ways to work the business: consuming, direct sales, and building a network. So I'm glad to hear that you are building the network and it works. This is so amazing. I have another question from Charlene. She wants to know how many downlines you have and how deep, how many levels you got.
So I have 800 downlines.
800.
I have 800 downlines, and the deep almost 5 to 6 level.
Ma'am Robin, I have a follow-up question.
Go ahead, Ms. Kelly.
With those 800 downlines, what is usually the profile? Is it what kind of work? Teachers, soldiers,
Yeah,
or
yes,
do you
ma'am.
have foreigner downlines?
Yes, ma'am. OFW, I have a OFW, supervisor, factory operator, and then most of all is housewife.
Okay.
Housewife.
The most members are housewives.
Yes.
I love it.
Can you give us tip how you make them sign up for the housewives?
Yeah.
Talk by heart always, and how to help the housewife inside the house while set the babies, diba, inside the house. So talk by heart, yun yung ginagawa namin lagi. Talk by heart namin yung mga housewife. This is the online business right now na even inside the house you can earn. So I explained that moment.
Thank you for the tips, Coach Roland.
So I heard you, Coach Roland, I heard you say something about Ultimacy, that you actually, you were really skinny.
Yes.
And then Ultimacy, I guess, is your, you know, with this platform, I encourage the guests to, especially if they're coming here for the first time, you know, when they join the Zoom, I always ask, because that's how we learn, what is your favorite product and why? And I offer that Santi 8 Bears was mine because it helped me with migraine, my back pain, allergies, and all that. So I encourage everyone to type that on the chat to share what's your favorite product. Now I'm asking you, Coach Roland, what's your favorite product and why?
Yes, of course, Ultimacy. So, nagsimula ako dito, kumbaga sa Tagalog ng kayak, kumbaga slim. And right now, sobrang fat na ako ngayon. And of course, the magic cream and of course, the lotion, the cappuccino. I love cappuccino. And of course, ayun, the coffee, the black coffee, two kinds of coffee. So I love the coffee, and of course the bracelet. I have a bracelet right now.
Mhm. Okay, accessories. Yeah,
Yes.
that's good. Yeah,
Uh,
they
and,
can't ship the
yes,
bracelet.
yes,
That's good.
it's a magnetic
Well,
bracelet.
so tell me about how you actually, you know, in the here in the United States, we have issues with you know, overweight and obesity, and that triggers sugar, you know, diabetes and all that. And then, but there are people here that really want to gain weight. So tell me, with your Ultimacy, how do you take Ultimacy that made you gain weight?
One in the morning, one lunch, then one evening. So 3 times
Is
a
it
day.
before the meal or after the meal?
Before meal, I take Ultimacy.
Okay. It is 11 a.m. here in the United States, and I know it's very, very late in the Philippines. Thank you for another sharing product of Ultimacy Crypto Organic Novel Advanced Care. Obviously, we all love. Oh, my husband loves Max Out, so no one has stepped up to say Max Out. No Max Out. What?
My max out.
Nobody's.
Maybe coach is just shy to say it, but he's also taking.
They're just shy to say it. They love Max out there.
Oh, I know. I remember the first time I came across Max Out, I had to
Max
send
Out.
people, my upline had to search the islands for one box of Max Out because, you know, although my husband didn't need it, he liked it. You know, people just don't, you know, and I run away from my husband, obviously, when the Max Out box comes. So thank you so much. We'll go ahead. I appreciate you, Coach Roland, and I love that you are humble and you're inspiring, and I share that with everybody that's here today. So would love to welcome you back. And if you, I know you rub elbows with other millionaires, can you please let them know, especially Mom Pearly or your upline, would love to have him here because, you know, we also need US. So tell them, don't be afraid. There's no nosebleed. We're not gonna crucify you if you don't speak English, but we understand everything. As you know, between me and Charlene, we are translating on the, you know, because sometimes you speak fast, but we know it. So that it still adds a lot of value. And this is being recorded. Ms. Kelly and Nathan is gonna share with us the link. So thank you guys. I appreciate you being here. Ms. Kelly, let's do our Kodak moment. Thank you. God bless you.
Yes, let's do our Kodak moment. Guys, please turn on your cameras and give your best smile. All right. Let's do the premier sign first, and we can do your conqueror sign. All right.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Okay, one more. 1, 2, 3. All right. How about how do you do it? Like this? Like praying?
Does that conquer?
Yes. All right. 1, 2, 3. One more. 1, 2, 3. All right. Thank you, Coach Roland, for
Thank you so
sharing.
much.
Love
Ma'am
it.
Kelly.
Thank you,
so much,
everyone.
Ma'am
Thank
Kelly.
you, Ethan.
And
Thank you,
for Team
everybody.
US,
Thank
thank
you,
you so
US
much.
18.
Thank you, US.
Until we see you again next week, Wednesday, please tell everybody to come and join us. The more, the merrier. And we always learn from each other. Love you guys. Have a safe and blessed week.
Julie.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ma'am Kelly, thank you everyone, Ma'am Bronwyn, UST.
You're
Ma'am
welcome.
Julie, thank you